No, I'm just saying that there are some cultures in women who being pregnant is just par for the course. It's not looked at the same way that we might look at it in terms of whether or not it's irresponsible. She was in love. She was vibing with him, right? But I do see a scenario where she liked him, thought he was really cute. They'd make some beautiful babies, and boop, it happened. Okay, it is what it is. But I think for me, though, I think ultimately she knew what was up. She just used this as an excuse because she ultimately knew that this was not going to be a long-term situation. I think as much as we want to talk about her and all the bad choices that she made, this right here was probably the best choice she could have made, right? Like I'm gonna make it,
No.
pretend like, oh, it's really about the girl being at the halftime. I'm gonna do, the usual girl stuff. Of course, I'm Puerto Rican or Dominican or whatever. We get crazy, we get jealous. Oh my God, right? I think low key, this was part of her exit strategy. It was like, I'm gonna get you to the Super Bowl, right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna get you there because I got still save face. We've been here together. Your team made it. Fuck, I wasn't expecting that, right? And so I gotta write it on out. Right?
I don't
And
agree.
then she was like, "What?
I don't
Y'all see that? That is brilliant.
No,
That
it
is
was
y'all not giving Cardi
I
B
don't
more
agree.
credit. She
without the baby, maybe.
knew, huh?
Without the baby, maybe that could have been the
Yeah.
plan. But
Yeah.
she's not pregnant
Yeah.
by the dude. No.
No, y'all are
There's no
because
easy
y'all are
exit when you have a
judging it
baby.
from the fact she had a baby. But what
What?
I'm saying is she couldn't change that, right? Cool. So let's say I agree with y'all.
Okay.
But what I am also saying though is she still had to have an exit strategy. She couldn't have counted on the fact he was gonna make it to the fucking Super Bowl. How would she look breaking up with him leading up to the fucking Super Bowl? So she played the good girlfriend. Even leading up to the Super Bowl, they asked her, hey, Cardi B on ESPN, how do you know anything you want to say to Stefon? Good luck was all she had for him leading up to the Super Bowl. So once the Super Bowl happened, a little situation occurred, it was a perfect opportunity to say, ooh, he did me wrong, I'm
I
out.
don't think
That's all
so.
I'm saying. I'm saying I think this was her exit strategy in the relationship to chuck the deuces. I
Yeah.
see you, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? I see you, girl. You ain't fooling nobody.
I don't.
Okay,
I,
I
So
I
you know
got
don't.
what?
real
I,
pushback.
I don't think so. I don't think she was
I mean,
breaking up with
it is
him.
plausible. You got to admit
I
that.
don't think she was
Come
breaking
I
up
think
on.
it
with him
was.
until that Super Bowl where everybody could see, and she's embarrassed.
Well, she definitely was
And
embarrassed.
and apparently she paid like 1.2 million to have a party for him. That Super Bowl.
She didn't pay that.
Or somebody.
She didn't
Well,
pay
I'm not
that.
saying she.
Some
Well,
sponsor
that's what I'm
paid
saying.
for
She
them
might
to
not have
have
done
a
it.
party and she
She didn't even
decided
go.
not to
But
show up.
She didn't even show
she
up.
still carried the moniker with her
That's
name.
part of
That was the
But she
name,
didn't go. What
branding.
I'm saying is, I think when she got there and saw, like, even on this day, it should have been like, I'm Cardi, that I'm your baby, I'm the one. And it's like everybody's seeing that, oh, you're part of a group. I think that was embarrassing for her. And I think that's where I think she wasn't breaking up with him until that day. When she saw that, I think
Okay.
that Super Bowl was the kicker.
Okay,
I
so
want
first, everybody knew that she was part of the group. She knew she was part of the group. Matter of fact, she even joked about being a sister wife and how they going to be friends and whatnot because she want her kids to know their kids. So she knew the embarrassment was the fact that he gave the shout out maybe at the 50-yard line. It was like, okay, but I'm here. And I'm agreeing with Nick. I thought I was going to be on the island on this one. So thank you, Nick. Nice.
Of course. I mean, the
Because
same
I
ones. The
was like,
same
hold
ones.
on a second. First of all, she is Cardi B. Why should she not expect her name not to carry something unless he was trying to humble her? So to me, it was like, hey, let me humble this woman who is Cardi B. It don't help though that she don't, had a baby like technically with the same anagram offset, Stefon, you could rearrange the letters and all that good stuff. And you got the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So she was
What?
over there.
You
I
went
know.
down a rabbit hole on that
I
one.
did because,
that was deep.
she went and got offset plus. So it was like, yo, she wasn't expecting that. But at the end of the day, she's still Cardi B. And she said she's a brand upon herself. And as a brand upon herself, she did expect a little bit more love, a little bit more play or something. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give her a shout out because she walked away. Now, I don't think she should have been there in the first place because he was a fun time guy, not a long time guy. And she should have known that. But like Nick said, she already said that she liked having kids. She loved being a mother. So she got knocked up by the dude she had a crush on, who so happened to be her ex-husband favorite football player. You know what I'm saying? So this is a living reminder, like, yo, not only did I get knocked up by your favorite football player, But anyways, all this to
They play
say,
different. They play different now.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, she was playing
It's
for
an
dirty
evil
and for
world.
keeps, So I give her kudos for walking away. She was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. Regardless of what it was, she has to know when she needed to leave. She's still a team player. She's just not a team player. Well, she still might give it up. But anyways, she's still on the team though. She already knows she on the roster. She already know what his batting average is, and he never heard of a condom. So hey, cool.
Okay, listen, man. Listen, okay? Before we transition, I just got to explain a couple things, okay? When you're Cardi B, do you think she's at the 50-yard line or do you think she's in a suite? Like, y'all talking about this embarrassment thing. I hear y'all, and I get it. It's a convenient excuse, but they're not even low-key probably crossing paths for real, for real. He's on the field playing a game. He got handlers and family members who are handling these things. Okay, so just the fact that old girl was there, 50-yard line or not, was an issue. But what I'm saying to y'all is, as far as embarrassment, right? It wasn't like it was in her face. Y'all even said yourselves she knew what time it was. It doesn't
No,
make logical
there's a
sense.
photo of him touching the baby, reaching up to the baby mama. I think that is what went around. I think that embarrassed her because she's up in the suite and baby mama down below. And he's
Because
It's a
that's where the
proximity thing,
celebrities,
though.
that's where the celebrities and the big money be. When we saw Taylor Swift at the game, she wasn't on nobody's
right, yeah,
50-yard
but
line,
there
is what
was
I'm
no
saying.
other girls that Travis Kelce is holding their hand either.
Listen, let me tell you something. The babies are so close, if I'm not mistaken. They are so close that they probably are swapping vaginal whatever, okay? Like, let's stop playing. So my point is, y'all really think if she was like, hey, I know we swapping for real. Matter of fact, she likes girls too. Like, what we
But she don't like
talking
these baby
about? Like,
mamas. She don't like these other what it's like this.
I hear y'all, but
She's the latest baby mama. The female who's always the latest thinks they're one. You know, it's like I could take somebody's attention. I got the last attention. So I think she was embarrassed. I think one, women are very emotional. I think she got with him on a rebound to spite Offset. And I think this is like egg in her face even to Offset. Like Offset can be very
you
petty
don't
now. And he
you
probably
don't you
will
don't
be at
really
some point. I don't think she's
y'all don't
embarrassed, and
So you have a spite baby?
yeah, I mean, people say
I'm
it's a
I
spite baby. I think it obviously
Oh,
was
that's great.
an accident. She even said on
yeah,
Twitter like, "I got pregnant because we was fucking." Okay, I'm not gonna
Yes, he was
lie.
dead
listen, yeah.
ass about it.
That's how
Okay,
babies
listen,
come.
I'm gonna ask y'all a rhetorical question to think about this. Name one time that Cardi came across as embarrassed for anything that she's done. This is the same girl that was on reality TV show with those teeth that she was rocking, okay? She used to strip once upon a time. Y'all are talking about somebody else, okay? When that whole shit happened, she was like, hey, I'm gonna be part of the crew. She's done a great and masterful job of dealing with all kinds of situations with very little regard for shame at the end
No,
of the
if
day,
you follow her,
okay? Y'all give,
if you follow
all
her,
I'm saying
she
is y'all
always
give,
talks about how emotional she is. She will
it
always say
doesn't
she's like,
matter.
I'm an
She's
emotional person. I'm a reactive person. I'm a this person. She leads with that. She talks about it. She talks about that.
okay,
That's
but
why she
what I'm
responds
saying,
to
okay,
people. I'm
but
saying
what I'm saying is we did not see, what I'm saying is though, even when y'all talked about her mentioning, oh, I'm not gonna talk, that's bullshit. Got it? She was talking about Bia. Bia had a fucking text message. She was doing her show and she had mentioned, hey, Bia, yeah, I'm not with him anymore, but don't you, that's some regular girl shit like, hey, yes, I ain't fuck with him, but bitch, you can't talk. That's not her saying that she's not gonna disrespect the nigga, right? So part of me, if I deep dived a little bit more, because what I'm still saying is she still could have woke the fuck up and decided, regardless of Super Bowl Sunday, that she was done with the nigga, right? And there's evidence to the fact that she should have been done with the nigga, never been with the nigga. And I think she just used that as an opportunity. Y'all are making it seem like, oh my God, she was so crushed and devastated. Yeah, she wasn't crushed and devastated when Offset was offsetting. She wasn't crushed and devastated when she got pregnant the first fucking time with the fucking nigga baby. But no, the fact she's at a Super Bowl with another bitch on the 50-yard line, oh my God, that's what, get the fuck out of here is what I'm saying, okay?